All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome to the Mekko Graphics webinar. I'm David Goldstein from Mekko Graphics. We're going to get started right away, so we'll start on time, but I'll be expecting people to join sort of along the way. A couple of things to note. One is that we are recording the webinar, so if you have to leave all of a sudden, or you have a colleague who couldn't make it, we will send you a link to the recording as well as a link to this presentation after the webinar ends. Second thing is one of my colleagues is available to answer questions during the webinar, so you can fill in questions in the little question section of the GoToWebinar, and we will answer them. And I will stick around at the end in half an hour, and we'll be available for questions then as well. Last sort of housekeeping thing is that, as the title says, we're going to show you what's new in our latest Mekko Graphics release, which we just released last week. The one caveat is that this is a Windows release, so the features I'm showing you are in the latest Windows version. We are working on a new Mac version, but it is not. The features that you see here in this webinar are not in the latest Mac version on our website. So let me just jump right in and share some. Hopefully, click and move to the next. There we go. So there are three sets of things that we've added, and I'm really excited. We've worked very hard over the last year, our developers and our QA team, to add new features to Mekko Graphics and to test them out, and we've tried to respond to the kinds of things that our customers have asked for. And we're going to really divide the new features into three buckets. We've got the chart gallery, which I'll show you first, which is an internal gallery built into PowerPoint that lets you search for Mekko Graphics charts and slides, and it also lets you add your own slides to the gallery for making it easy to find them at some point in time later. Second, we've added a bunch of productivity tools for PowerPoint, and those should help you make slides more quickly. They are in reaction to a bunch of features that our customers have asked for, that they've seen possibly in internal tools that their previous companies have built, and I will walk you through those tools. And third, we've made some changes to the base charting engine to add some features to the Mekko Graphics charts that all of you are using on a regular basis. So that's I'll go through each of those and show you examples and of each of those as we work through. So the first thing, I think the most exciting thing for me is the chart gallery. And I'm just going to move out of slideshow mode. Oh, weird. Okay, I'm going to move out of slideshow mode, and you're going to take a look at our new Mekko Graphics ribbon. If you've loaded version 10, you'll note that there are two tabs in the main PowerPoint ribbon now for Mekko Graphics Charts and Mekko Graphics Tools. I'm in the Charts tab, and you can see right here we've got the chart gallery, and this main button allows you to view the gallery. The gallery will appear here on the right-hand side of your screen, and we've pre-populated it with about 256 charts, and this gallery is searchable. You can search the gallery based on chart type, so I can look for all of the bubble charts in my gallery, and you can see I've got maybe 4 bubble charts across the gallery. It is also searchable based on chart feature, so if I want to see all the charts in the gallery with a data row, because I want to figure out how to best use a data row in my charts, I can look at them. Any of these charts you can mouse over, and you can see a bigger version of the thumbnail. And any of these charts you can right-click and insert the chart, or insert the entire slide, or open the file that the chart sits in. And last, or next to last, you can search on text within the chart. So if I want to find all the charts that have Hyundai in it, I can bring them all up here. And I can also tag my charts. So if I want to search for charts that have to do with sports, even if they don't have the word sports in the chart or sports in the slide itself, I can tag that chart with the word sports, and it would come back up in my search. So I like the gallery. The gallery is, I think, a great feature. It should make it easier for you to find examples, for you to create new charts, and also for you to store charts that you've created in the past and that you want to be able to access, created and you want to be able to access in the future. And storing charts in the gallery is very, very easy. I'll just show you how to do that. First, let me show you how to tag a chart. So here's a chart I want to tag. I just double click to open Mekko Graphics. And then in the Edit Chart menu, in the Format section, under Chart, we've got Chart Properties. And the Chart Properties is a nice little feature that gives you a history of the chart, when it was created, in what version of Mekko Graphics, when it was last modified. And you can also add tags here. So if I want to tag this chart about ultra-high net worth individuals with the word wealth, I can. And since the chart is about home purchases, maybe I'll also tag it with the words real estate. And then I'll hit OK, close. And now I can upload the chart very easily. Just go back to Mekko Graphics Charts over here, say, well, I'm going to bring the whole slide into my chart gallery, and I'm going to put it in this in my gallery, and I'm going to put it in this file. So, but just with those clicks, it is now uploaded, and it's getting tagged. Takes a little time. But then if I come back here and I look for all charts that have to do with real estate, you can see it's right here, added to the gallery. So that's the gallery. I encourage you to play with it. If you've got feedback on the gallery or any of these other features after you've used them, we're very interested in understanding what you think of these new features and working on improving them in our next release. So the next set of features I wanted to show you are ones that are in the Mekko Graphics Tools, this new Mekko Graphics Tools ribbon, and they also appear, if you prefer, in a little Mekko Graphics Tools task pane, which you can sit on the right-hand side of your screen, and you can make wider or narrower as you prefer. I like to keep it kind of narrow. And the first one I want to show you is the agenda slide. A lot of our customers said, can you help us quickly put together simple agendas for a PowerPoint presentation? And we said, sure, let's give that a try. Very easy to do. If you want to add an agenda slide, just click on the agenda button. It's going to put a sample agenda slide in your deck. Let me move it to the top. And then you've got a template that you can work with. So I want to have an agenda for my What's New presentation, and the first is going to talk about the chart gallery, and then we'll talk about slide tools, and then we'll talk about charting, and then we'll do Q&A. And from here, I can say, well, I don't really like this format. Let me do Control A. Let me select all of my gallery, and let's do it in a different font. Let's do it in Algerian, just so we can tell the difference. Let's make my highlighted item red, and And now this is my new agenda. If I click the agenda button one more time, it's going to create 4 slides. The one I just made myself, and then 3 other slides, one for the slide tool section of my agenda, one for the charting section, and one for Q&A. Then I can just move them where I want them in my deck. And then if I have edits to make, I can click on any of these slides and edit them. And once I've made an edit, all I need to do is hit the agenda button again, and it'll propagate that edit through the entire deck, as you can see. So very easy to create an agenda slide, very easy to replicate it, hopefully you'll find that a useful tool to create simple agendas in your presentation. Next thing I want to show you is we've added a bunch of tools to give you some headers in your presentation, and we've created them. They're sitting here under the insert section, so you can insert a value chain here with 2 to 6 elements. You can insert these header boxes, which are these here. It's a 3-element header box, and we also have a 3-element text box. We also have header boxes, which will give you 3, 4, 5, or 6 elements like this. And all of these you can just type in, and now you've got nice, evenly laid out headers for the different sections of your slide. So that's a nice tool, just a little bit of ways to hopefully get you to make your slides a little quicker. Not only are they here in the task pane, but all of those are also right here on top in my Mekko Graphics tools ribbon. We've also added Harvey Balls, which you can add anywhere on your slide. And we've got a little Harvey Ball gallery here. So if you like this one, I can just put this on my slide, move it where I want to move it, add as many as I want, change the size, all of that here. You can use it to create little Harvey Ball tables if you'd like. We also are exposing all of the Mekko Graphics colors in this little color template here. So if I've made my chart and say I want this BMW bar to be light green, but I also want this little arrow, which is a PowerPoint element, to be the same color. I've got all of my standard palette colors right here, and now I can match the color of the arrow with the color of the bar. A couple of other things we've added in terms of tools, and we've added these here in the Arrange section of the ribbon and the Arrange section of the task pane. We've added the standard PowerPoint tools that you would have to align left and distribute. So we've just exposed these tools, but these are the standard PowerPoint tools. But then we've added some new ones. I think one of we've added ones that will take all the objects on your that you selected and make them the same width, make them the same height, or make them the same size. And the way this works is the first object you click is going to be the master, and then if I click these 3 others, the next 3 are going to be the same size as the first one. If I just say same width and height, make all objects the same size, it'll just change the size of the other 3 to be the same as the size of the first one. So I think that's helpful. It's helpful, obviously, with Mekko Graphics charts to make them the same size, and also helpful with other PowerPoint objects. We've also added the ability to share your slides a little more easily. We always have had email selected slides, so you're always able to select a couple slides in your thumbnail view over here and press email, and those slides would be, an email message would be created with those slides attached. We also have save selected slides now, which will basically just create those 2 slides, and you can save them where you want to save them, and print selected slides, which will just send those 2 slides to the printer. So just again, ways, those are things that you could do, but with multiple steps, and we've reduced the number of steps by adding these features directly to PowerPoint. So those are the slide tools. Again, I would encourage you to play with them. If there are some tools that you think we've forgotten that you'd like us to add, feel free to reach out to me. I'd like to get your feedback. If you think the tool should work in a different way, again, please contact me or contact our support team, and we'll be able to. We'd love to get your feedback. And last, I wanted to show you the new features that we've added to the base charting tool. And these are things that we constantly look in our support and ask an expert emails to see what features our customers would like to have, and we're not in the base Mekko Graphics. So one of them was the ability to add percentages to bar totals. So as you can see in this slide, I've got percentages in all of my bar totals here. Very easy to do that. Just on the right click. So we've changed the right click number format. So you can show values and also show calculated percentage. You can format the percentage as well. And that is also accessible in the number format section of the Mekko Graphics ribbon. We've added bar totals calculated percentage as a number format option here as well. So again, there are a couple of ways to do that, but a lot of our customers have asked us for the ability to do percentages in bar totals, to make the bar total percent of the grand total, which is what we did here. Another feature that we added that, again, our customers have asked for, especially those of you who make a lot of very complex Mekko charts, want to squeeze as much information into those Mekko charts as possible. We added the ability to reduce the spacing between the lines in a multi-line label. I know this is kind of, for many of you, this is not something that you would think about doing, but I know I have got a good subset of our customers who make fairly complex Mekko charts, and they just want those labels to look a little better. And you can do that here. I'm going to click on this root insurance label here, right click, and right here we added text line spacing squeezing to the right click floating menu, this little gray menu. And if I click here, I'm going to start squeezing. Root insurance is going to get closer to 178 million with each click. So hopefully you can see it move closer. And eventually they're going to overlap, which you probably don't want to do, but maybe you want to set it like this so that it's tight and it fits without overlap. So I think that's a nice feature. Definitely our customers who make these complex charts have been asking for it, especially to try to fit more things into smaller segments. So I think I breezed through that really quickly. Hopefully not too quickly for everyone. There are a few other formatting changes that we've made that are listed here in the overview, which I didn't go through. But I would encourage you to play around with the Mekko Graphics to see if one of these is something that you've thought that you wanted and weren't able to get in previous releases of Mekko Graphics. Just wrapping up before taking some questions. I would encourage you, if you've got questions, to take a look at our website. We've got a bunch of videos on our website with some really interesting how-tos. We've got a 90-minute training webinar. If you're new to Mekko Graphics, teaches you how to get started, how to make different types of charts. We also have a series of short videos, so you can learn how to make a Marimekko chart in 5 minutes, how to add data rows or Kaggle columns to your chart. All of those are built into the little videos. We've got a bunch of presentations that you can download. So if you want to see, how to do a profit improvement presentation or a strategic due diligence presentation, we've got those on our website, which we've done in previous webinars. I would encourage you to subscribe to the Chart of the Week blog. You would see every week, you would see a new chart. Maybe it will inspire you. Some of those charts will make it into the chart gallery eventually, but you'll learn as you go and see some examples. This was one I created last week or 2 weeks ago. And we've also have tips and tricks blogs, and we also have Ask an Expert. So you can, if you've got a question from the Mekko Graphics ribbon, you can send an email to Ask an Expert, and we'll be able to answer your charting questions via email. So that's it. I wrapped up in shorter time than I expected, which is great. Free you guys up a little to get back to your work. If you've got questions for me, feel free to use the questions part of the email. I will stick around for a few minutes and be happy to answer.